Welcome to the Modco Podcast. Conversations about life, organization, entrepreneurship, and everything in between. This show was created for every woman who needs motivation, inspiration, and a reminder to give herself grace. The mission here is simple: be transparent, non-judgmental, authentic, honest, and to have fun. Because sometimes you need to laugh at yourself. I'm your host, Angel. Sit back and get ready for valuable tips, resources, laughs, and more. If you've been hanging around for a while, welcome back, and I hope you brought a friend. If this is your first time here, welcome, and thanks for joining.
Welcome to another awesome and exciting episode of the Marco Podcast. Be sure to grab some food and drinks and just chillax.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. Today, I am chatting with the wonderful Penny Fitzgerald again. For those of you who do not remember, Penny was on the show twice last year, and she is my favorite person to chat wine with and all of those fun things. Her episodes from last year, I don't remember the numbers, but one of them was entitled What the Sip, and the other one was Sweet Loves Heat. So I am back with Penny again. Everyone, let's welcome Penny. Hi, Penny. How are you?
Hi, Angel. I'm good. Thanks for having me back. I love to chat with you always, and I feel like we're friends from afar.
Yeah. Yes, we are definitely friends. I love chatting with you as well, Penny. Penny and I did well, you all will be hearing this in 2025, but a couple of days ago, which was in 2024, we're kind of working in the past and the future here. Penny and I did an Instagram live where we just kind of chatted and caught up with each other. And we just thought that it would be fun to do another episode together, especially since the last time she was on here, she was kind of telling us about the retreat that she had coming up and her trip that she was going on with some friends to Milan. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Each time I say it, I hesitated. She was telling us about the trip that she was going on. So I just wanted to bring her on to catch up on that so you all could hear all about her trip. So Penny, go ahead, start wherever you want. Tell us about the retreat, the trip, what's new, all of that.
Oh my gosh, so fun. Yeah, I think the Milan trip just kind of came up very last minute. Like my girlfriends were going to Milan, and one of the girlfriends, she was taking her daughters to see Taylor Swift.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, in Milan. So, the one daughter is a college student and was taking a study abroad class in Valencia and met up with us with Jennifer, my girlfriend, and her other daughter and another girlfriend of ours
Okay.
in Italy. So yeah, we spent a few days in Italy and I wasn't going to go because, oh my gosh, the tickets to Taylor Swift were,
Yeah.
oh my
I can
God,
only imagine.
crazy.
Yeah, I
I
can
think
only imagine.
I think they were like $1,400 a piece.
And that probably wasn't even the good seats.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I was like, I can't know.
Oh,
I mean, as much as I would, I'm sure the experience was amazing. And I'm sure that my girlfriend did not spend probably that. I have no idea.
oh my
I was like,
goodness.
no, I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. Like $1,400 for one ticket. We're gonna have to. No, I can't.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can't.
just, put them in my earbuds and
Right, and listen to a CD or something like that.
have a
Like,
private dance party or something. Yeah.
yeah, bring me a T-shirt back from the concert or
That's
something.
right.
Yeah, there's no one that I can even think of that I would want to pay $1,400
It's a
for.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even think my mortgage is $1,400. Like, I think $1,400 is probably like our mortgage and both me and my husband's car payment
Oh
combined. Like that.
my.
Yeah, that's like three bills right there. I have to think in
That's
adult terms
a lot.
here.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Oh my
Yeah, and
goodness.
she was going with her daughters, and what an experience. You can't, I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
when you have if you have the means and it's, you have some way to do it, then do
Oh,
it.
definitely. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. Our other girlfriend was like, "Oh, Penny, you gotta go because I'm not going to the concert either, and I don't want to be by myself for that night." So I ended up going,
Okay.
not to the concert.
Right,
But
right.
but yeah, it was amazing to be in Milan with my girlfriends and just creating memories and it's really kind of cool because, okay, Janet and Jennifer and I and Jill didn't make it, but to this trip, but the four of us have been friends since college days.
Okay.
that's a long time for me.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So we've been, we hang out. We're not in the same city, so we get together maybe 4 or 5 times a year, and
Oh, that's right.
spend a good long, sometimes a weekend, and sometimes just go for the day and hang out and shop or have lunch and just sit and
Yeah.
talk for
Yeah.
hours. But yeah, so it was really cool to be with them. And then also the next generation, because Jennifer's daughters were there, or 2 of them were there. So we were able to, kind of get to know the next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind
Yeah.
of felt like one of those divine secrets of the Yaya sisterhood.
Love it. No, that's so sweet because me and my best friend from college, we're still friends. We spent 20 years this year. She hates when I say that. She's like, stop telling people that because you're telling our age. And I'm like,
Mm.
okay. And we we got together this past weekend and we hung out. We live like 3 hours away from each other. So we'll usually our meeting point is my mom's house, which is an hour and a half from both of us. So we'll meet at my mom's house and sometimes we'll just hang around where I'm from, or we'll go out to eat and go get a pedicure and get like dessert and go shopping or something like that. And then sometimes we'll do like a weekend thing and go someplace for the weekend. But our birthdays are a day apart. She's the 13th of January. I'm the 14th of January. So we try to do stuff for our birthdays as well. So mom's like, y'all do anything for your birthday next month? I said, well, it all depends if someone remembers to check her calendar or not, because she's always like, send me some dates. And then I'll send her the dates in a month later. She's like, so we still getting together today? I'm like, no, because you never confirmed with me and I already
Oh,
made plans. So she's like, I thought I confirmed. I'm like, no, but you didn't. Oh, so I get it. It's really cool to still have those relationships and to be able to get together and hang out with them and be around their kids and stuff.
yeah.
So,
It was neat.
so what was
So,
your favorite part of being in Milan? Like,
oh
ooh.
my gosh. Well, we spent a few days. I mean, yeah, where do you start? But we spent a few days in Milan. We went up to Lake Como. Um, and we flew over to Valencia for a few days too. So it was kind of we hopped a little bit.
Okay.
I think Valencia was my favorite.
Okay. And why is that? What did y'all do
It
over there?
was gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So, um, Olivia, one of the daughters, took us to the Central Market in Valencia, and we just were able to like kind of walk around. It's like this big open air, not open air. It has like a roof over it, but it's open to the sides.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like a market, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and different parts that, like, here's your meat section and here's your fish section and veggies and herbs and spices and then wine, of course, and
Right.
olive oil and all of that. Yeah, it was very cool just to
Okay.
walk
Kind of
around.
like a farmer's market.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
amazing. So
Yeah.
nice. If we had been there at an Airbnb, or, had a kitchen available, it would have been so fun to, pick up
Oh,
everything you want and then cook with all of that fresh food. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
yeah, that would have been so cool. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that you did a lot of wine tasting while you were over
A
there.
little bit, yeah.
Like, okay. Okay. Do you have a favorite wine that you tasted while
Oh
you
my
were over
gosh.
there, or anything that's just like, ooh, I want to bring this back with me?
Mm. That is Nebbiolo country up in Milan, Milan, that region. There's a lot of Nebbiolo. So Barolo, Barbaresco, those are the big Italian reds.
Okay.
So lovely. So yeah, we drank a lot of those kinds of wines while we were there. I didn't bring back much this time,
Really? I'm
which is, I
disappointed.
know,
I'm very
right?
disappointed.
I didn't have much room in my suitcase, so should have I should have left some clothes behind is what I should have done.
Left some clothes behind, bought like a smaller suitcase to put them in or something.
I
Penny,
know.
come on.
That was like a rookie mistake there, really.
Yeah, very, very rookie mistake. Ship or you could have shipped the clothes back and put the wine in the suitcase because it would have been cheaper
Exactly.
to. Penny, why did
Exactly.
you should have sent me a text message or something and we
I
could have figured
know.
this out and
You
worked
could have
this
straightened
out.
me out, right?
Yeah, I could have. I could have.
Yeah.
A big difference
Mm.
between Italian wines and the wines that we get over here in the US, or did you see like a lot of similarities in them or not notice a big difference?
Whenever you're on vacation, I feel like wines taste better.
Mm.
Regardless of where you are. I mean, I think that's kind of an unwritten rule. Like when you're relaxed, everything tastes
It's
better.
better. I have to agree with this one.
Yes,
Yes.
especially when you're having a nice conversation and you're there with your girlfriends. It was just, very nice. Um, but yeah, Italian wines. I love Italian wines, first of all. My style is more of a lighter bodied red wine is probably more my style. So like in the Chianti area, so around Tuscany and Florence, Firenze, that area was Sangiovese based
Okay.
wines. I know I'm speaking Greek.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
speaking
just like,
Italian.
okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let her
Okay.
finish, but I'm gonna ask her to elaborate because the rest of us, we have no clue what you're talking about.
Suddenly I was geeking out on wine there for a second. So basically, like different styles of grapes are different. Well, okay, so it's like apples. You go into the grocery store and you see like there's a Fuji apple, there's a Brayburn, there's Honeycrisp, there's Delicious, and they all have different flavor, but they're all
Okay.
still an apple.
Gotcha.
So grapes are kind of the same way. So there are thousands of different kinds of grapes or different varietals of grapes,
Okay.
and each one has kind of a unique flavor, different characteristics. Some might be more grippy, some might be more bright, some might be more sweet. And really, when you've got a sweet, sweet wine or sweet grape, rather, um, the fermentation process, when you introduce yeast to, or it's a natural occurring yeast in the air that starts the fermentation process. So you bring the grapes in from the vineyard. You've got them in whatever container that you want them to be in as a winemaker, and the yeast starts doing its thing. It starts breaking down those grapes, and the yeast eats the sugar in the grape or in the grape juice, and that sugar converts to alcohol. So that's what gives you the alcohol. So a dry red wine probably started out as a very sweet red grape.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then that sugar, and the more sugar is in that grape, the higher the alcohol. So like up in the northern part of Italy, the grapes, the Nebbiolo grapes have a little bit more sugar to them than a Sangiovese grape. Sangiovese is very acidic and makes a nice bright wine. So it's kind of the difference between drinking, like let's say cherry juice versus grape juice. If you kind of can taste what that would feel like in your mouth, or the sweetness level is kind of different. One gives you a little twang and a little perkiness and
Right.
dryness in your mouth, where the other is like, oh yeah, round and smooth.
Okay, thank you. Now we understand. Now I feel like I'm speaking for all of the audience when I say now we understand. Thank you for that explanation. I really- I
It's very high level. Mm.
appreciate it. And I honestly never really thought about like there being so many different kinds of grapes because as you said, when you go in the grocery store, you see all the variety of apples and you see them named by their variety. When
Mhm.
you go and like I've even said, when we go in their store, I'll be like, oh, I want a Granny Smith apple, or I want a Fuji apple, or I want a Red Delicious. For grapes, I'm just like red or green. Which ones? No one.
Yeah.
I've never met anyone that can like name an actual like grape. It's just like, okay, red or green. Which one are you getting? And so I never thought about it with like being different. Like having a variety of it. I feel like it's kind of like bananas, it's a banana. Like that's it. You just it. So that was very like educational and fun and interesting to learn
Oh,
about and to
good.
understand. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So now you have to tell us all about the retreat.
Oh gosh. Retreat was so fun. So, one of the things that I'm doing is bringing women to wine regions, and we're starting around the US and to regions that are maybe not as well traveled. So everybody's heard of Napa. Everybody's been, or not been to, but everybody's heard of Sonoma probably. There are a lot of wine regions across the country that are super popular and very touristy. And then there are some that are not as well known yet, but are up and coming and have really amazing wines that they're starting to produce. So The first one that we did, and I worked with one of my former team members. She was a leader on my team back in Traveling Vineyard days, and she's got her own fitness business. So
Okay, that's
we
right.
partnered up and we did a retreat together in Texas Hill Country and took women to the wine region down there in Texas Hill Country around Fredericksburg and Blanco, Texas, and Bernie, around that area. Oh my gosh, it was so fantastic. Just absolutely amazing. Robin, my partner, she did gentle yoga in the morning with the ladies, and one morning they did water aerobics, and then in the afternoon we took a tour van, a couple vans, and they took us around to wineries. And so
Okay.
we like tasted and ate our way through Texas Hill Country.
Oh, love it.
So
Love
fun.
it.
And then we ended the weekend with what we called oh gosh, the name just went. Oh, well, the whole thing was called Wine Camp. So,
Okay.
wine camp.
Yeah.
So we're learning a little bit about wine. It's kind of a retreat for us. And then we had a hoedown. We had a hoedown in an old West town.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right in Blanco, Texas. They have the Buggy Barn Museum, and there's an event center in the back where it's all set up like an old West town. They do movie shoots and commercials, and it's just a real, I mean, it's not just a facade. It's got real working buildings back there. It's just so
Right.
cute. So cute.
Okay.
So we did a hoedown at the event center, and Pistol Packing Paula gave,
I remember
she
that.
gave us a presentation about pistol twirling. She's a 2-time world championship pistol twirler.
Okay, that's right. Yep, I remember from the episode. Yes. Again, didn't know that was a thing, but hey.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah. So, if everybody, side note, so I think Penny has an episode with Pistol Packing Paula. So I may have mentioned that before, but if that's something that you're interested in, check that out. And then she also has an episode with the lady whose family owns is it Buggy Barn? Is that
Yeah, the
correct?
Buggy Barn Museum.
Okay.
Yep.
So she has an episode with her, and the lady tells you all about it. I think she also does like stunts for some of the movies, if I'm correct. Or did
Yeah.
I make that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she
That
does.
was that was a really cool episode to listen to and kind of hear the behind the scenes of that one. So check those two out, y'all, and I will link them in the show notes for easy
Yeah.
access for everyone. So
What a career. I mean, so different from anything that we've ever encountered, you know?
ooh, it's like it's interesting. I love to hear. That's what I love about your show so much is that it has all these interesting guests on there from professions and things that you would kind of never think of, or that, like, I mean, pistol pack, like, who thinks that there's a championship for
It's a
pistol
job.
baton twirling? Okay, yeah, but and that's just the thing that I think is so great about your show is that you find these wonderful people who have this whole different outlook and perspective on things, and they just open you up to this whole new world, and that's what makes, for an interesting episode, it keeps things flowing. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So please
Well,
keep
those
that up.
women, it's just amazing to me that, not only is this a different career, but she built it. She
Right.
decided that, oh, I want to make this my job. How she figured out a way to take her passion and turn it into a career and then keep it
Mhm.
going through all the different ebbs and flows of, what her life was looking like. So it's just really, that to me is so cool that, well, and it's not that surprising that women are able to do that,
Right. This is true too.
you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, we know how to pivot. We know how to make lemonade from lemons or wine from grapes.
Great. Yes. Wine from grapes. I like that. Speaking of pivoting, Penny, you are pivoting some and doing some new things. So, what are you going to be working on and doing for 2025? I know you have a course. Well, it may have already come out by the time this episode airs, but
Yeah.
you're working on a course. So, tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I tested a course idea that I had in 2024 called Stop Selling, Start Serving. And it's really geared toward female entrepreneurs and helping us get out of our own head, kind of get clarity, figure out language to use that doesn't feel icky. Because you see or you hear about people on social media, and you're told, oh, you got to be present all the time. Well,
Mhm.
that's great to be present, but in service of others is the key, I think, because we get caught up in, well, what do I post today? Well, here I'm
Mhm.
having breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between feeling that ickiness of nobody cares about this versus
Right.
what am I doing to serve my people? And
Mhm.
so I take that and shift perspectives and give language that's a little bit more in service of others, and also give female entrepreneurs a way to be more efficient and more effective. So using tools and taking some of that, oh my gosh, where do I start factor out of it, getting out of overwhelm and actually taking steps and using technology to keep focused and to keep moving forward and to serve more people. Because if you've got 10 people, you're starting your business, let's say, and you have what you do, you serve them and you're doing really well at customer service for them. But then what happens when you have 100 people or then
Mhm.
1,000 people? How can you keep up what you're doing? Is it possible? I mean, it's great that you're, giving all this love to your clients, but
Right.
there's only so much you can do. And what kind of impact do you want to have in this world? How many people do you want to serve? And how can you expand that? How can you scale it to be able to serve more people? And so those were kind of some of the things I was exploring in this year's iteration of that. So then I learned a bunch in
Okay.
doing that. So I've tweaked it a bit to be a little bit more valuable for the people that I'm serving, and so they can be more valuable to their people. So we're launching that again in January 6th through the 8th, a free course. And if you're catching this after January 6th through the 8th, I'm going to run it again. So
Okay.
it's been very impactful and very helpful for people. So I will be running it again. I'm not sure when in 2025, but if you go to my website, pennyforyourshots.com, you'll see it there. You can find it, or just sign up for my list, and I'll keep you informed of when new things are coming up. But that's what's happening in the beginning of 2025. I'm also working on a course for beginning podcasters. So a lot of the women that I'm running into are like, I really want to do a podcast, but I don't know where to start. and they get a little overwhelmed again with all of the
Right.
things that to think about, all the decisions you have to make, the technology, and that holds them back. And that's, to me, very sad, because you have something to say and clearly you have a dream.
Right.
So let's move that thing forward and figure it out together. So yeah, I'm going to be teaching people how to get it started and how to keep it kind of low stress and low, you know, just do
Yeah.
it. We'll figure it out together. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. And you're also planning another retreat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Always have to be planning another retreat because they're so fun. Oh my
They
gosh.
are.
Yeah. So the 2025 retreat is going to be in July 24th through the 26th in Virginia wine country. So we're calling this one Peace, Love, Wine. That's our theme.
Love it.
And so yeah, it'll be groovy, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
And there's
goodness.
more information about that on my website too. So yeah, we're filling that up. We're almost full. So we've got 8 slots left.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be, oh my gosh, so much fun. We're capping this one off with wine stock. It's going to be our
Ooh.
Saturday party.
Okay, I like that.
Mhm.
I love the play on words. I am going to have to like get another job or something to be able to go to all of these retreats in 2025 that I want to go to. My podcasting coach has invited me to hers, which is in Texas. I think that was in like August. Then there's yours in July that I'm interested in. I did an IG live earlier today, and the lady, she's having it's not a retreat, I think it's like a summit, but it's in London. And I'm
Oh.
like, oh right, I'm like, okay. And then there's also like, I guess I should say retreats and like networking events and summits all together, because my podcasting coach is also doing one in Raleigh that she's going to be speaking at. I forgot when that one is, but I know that there's at least like 5 or 6 that I hear about. I'm like, "Ooh, I wanna go. Ooh, I wanna go." So I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
to, hit the lottery here or something,
Yeah.
because just like calculating in my head, thinking about it, I'm in like the thousands of dollars for all
Yeah.
of these
If you add them
retreats.
all
So
up. Yeah.
yeah, add them all up there. So, but
Yeah.
that's wonderful. I'm excited for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's going to be a great year. I just know it.
Yes.
Ordering it up.
Yes, you gotta speak it into existence. You gotta
That's
put it out
right.
there in the atmosphere. So
Yeah.
Well, Penny, you cannot leave without giving us a wine tip. So what do you have for us today?
Okay, so this is probably going to be airing in first quarter 2025.
Yes.
Okay, so Easter's probably coming up then.
Okay.
Okay, so for Easter, if you're having Easter dinner with ham, a lot of people have ham. A lot of people have lamb.
Mhm.
Do you have a no?
Whatever we feel like.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
love that.
whatever.
That's so flexible. I love that.
Yes, whatever pops in our head for that day.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so wine for me is a little like shoes. I pick out my shoes first and then my outfit.
I like that. I think my mom does the same thing, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm less that way anymore because now it's mostly flip-flops, is what I'm
Mhm.
going for, but
Yep.
yeah,
Comfort now.
or earrings. Yeah, you can pick out your earrings first and then, okay, what would go with these?
So what goes well with
Yeah,
this?
so
Yep, I
that
got
gives
you.
you a lot of flexibility if you're just, winging it or not if you don't whatever you feel like drinking or eating, that's a
Mhm.
good thing, but with ham, or lamb, either one, I think a nice, smooth, light-bodied red like a Pinot Noir, a Gamay. And Gamay is one of those wines that you don't see everywhere.
Okay.
So, if you're out and about and not sure of wine, like, look for Beaujolais. Beaujolais is a really nice, light-bodied, fruity red wine, that you can see. You can find that, like at probably Publix. I'm sure you can find a Beaujolais.
Okay.
Um, Let me think a second. Oh, a nice Riesling. You would love a nice Riesling.
Okay.
So, like look for one from like Washington State. Those are usually really lightly sweet, but not sugary. They're not that syrupy dessert kind of style.
Got you. Okay.
That'd be nice. German Rieslings are nice too. You just kind of have to be careful of where from Germany or where, some will be sweet, some will be dry. So you kind of have to look for that. But I would say like anything from the Mosel, that's
Okay.
a region in Germany, that would be really, really, really lovely.
Okay. Oh,
I can, you know what? I don't know. Do you include show notes with your
I do.
thoughts?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll send you some fairly easy to find labels that might be fun. Because I think
Yes.
you'd love a sweet Riesling from Germany or from Washington. That would be lovely with either one of those. You know what? Just drink it and have fun.
Just the thing. Now that I'm like, ooh, I'm not a big fan of lamb, but I'm like, man, a nice glazed ham would actually be really good right now. And
Yes.
you're saying, I'm like, it would, but yeah, just drink it and have fun. Like, cool
Yeah.
wine tasting. But yes, please send me a list and I'll include
Yeah.
those in the show notes. And then that'll also be helpful for me too, like when I'm in the grocery store so that
Sure.
I
Oh,
can look
glazed
at it and
ham
say,
and sweet Riesling, that'd be amazing. Yeah, very yummy.
yeah, thanks a lot, Penny. I really want ham right now. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna find ham at 11:40 in the morning, but I really just want some ham. So
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Mhm.
Thanks a lot, Penny.
You're welcome. Well, you might be able to find some, like deli slices of honey smoked ham or
No,
something,
it's not the same. It's not the
Right.
yeah, no,
Right.
it's not. Mm-mm.
It's gotta be,
Nope.
like, baked for a long, long time and
Yes.
glazed.
I'm like,
Mm.
oh, stop, Penny. Stop.
Sorry.
Just stop.
I
Because
know.
after we get off this call, I'm going to eat a bowl of cereal. So
Oh.
yeah, a bowl of cereal. So let's just
Just think about that. Yeah.
that ham. I'll pretend like when people say they're on like a diet or trying to eat better and they pretend that whatever it is they're eating is what they really want. I'll go pretend that my bowl of cereal is like a nice glazed ham with like a nice side of macaroni and cheese, a nice veggie or something
Oh, yeah.
like that. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh goodness.
Mhm.
Well, Penny, as always, it has been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for joining me again and remind everyone where they can find you at, please.
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Penny for Your Shots, and that is with the number 4 instead of spelled out. So Penny for Your Shots. My website is pennyforyourshots, all spelled out, .com. So you can find me there too. Send me a note or yeah, find me there. And that's the name of my podcast too, is just Penny for Your Shots. So looking forward to hearing from some of you.
Thank you, Penny. Y'all know I run on coffee, and so does the Modco podcast. If you would like to caffeinate the show, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/the Modco podcast. There's an option for one-time support or monthly support. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the episode and that you were able to gain something from it. Talk to you next time.